Relief for South in Newcastle Rugby League, with back rower Jake Lawrence found not guilty of biting. Play was stopped in his side's 40-24 win over Macquarie last weekend, and Lawrence was charged with contrary conduct. But the judiciary last night heard evidence from Lawrence, as well as the alleged victim and referee, and he was cleared to face West in an all-important clash on Sunday. One of our greatest ever Wallabies has plotted a path to get Australia back on top of world rugby. But David Campese believes that task doesn't start at the elite level. Instead, it's at the grassroots, like the youngsters he helped coach in Newcastle last night. The kids were ecstatic, but it was the parents who really enjoyed it.
David and I together played 121 tests for the Wallabies, both of us, and we scored 70 tries for the Wallabies. I only had 20 of those. He had 100 of those tests, 101 tests, and he had 64 of the tries.
We've had a few dads who've rang up to see where Campo was staying. We've had to keep that confidential.
No, yeah, the kids have got no idea who I am.
David Campese hitting town to coach juniors from across the NHRU.
All I want you is just run straight and put the ball through the hands. Okay?
After living in South Africa for the last decade, he's returned to Australia, running his own rugby academy. He's not just coaching kids, he's coaching coaches.
And I think that's the future. I think that if we can get the coaches to understand, well, here's 9 basic skills. If you can do this over and over again, then after probably 6 months, the kids will be very confident to say, well, I can catch and pass now. Now, what's the next level?
And he believes a simple approach can even work at the top.
I know Michael Checker. I saw the Wallabies train this morning in Sydney. The Kiwis are trying to make us play the way they want us to play, which is, we don't have to do that. We're trying to change the mindset and say, hey, you don't have to do that. We can change a different way.
The Black Diamond AFL has seemingly declared war on the sport's governing body over its plans to establish a new local league. The two parties have been attempting to work together on the move, but the Black Diamond is now hit out.
There's no way that the Black Diamond will be affiliated with the AFL. They've made that clear. They are starting up what some term a rebel competition. We're all for improving football, but the AFL have been nowhere to be seen for the last 5 years, and yet we've got 800 people playing football that weren't playing 5 years ago. 500 more women, 300 more men.
In a statement, the AFL has refuted those claims, citing the need to integrate the currently unaligned junior and senior competitions, address declining senior male participation, and increase funding and support for clubs. The AFL still hopes the two parties can work together on the new league. Newcastle Hunter star Hannah Young says she's ready to take her game to the next level after signing her maiden WNBL contract, a 1-year deal with the University of Canberra Capitals. And the 24-year-old won't just be making up the numbers. Head coach Paul Goris has declared Young will play an integral role in the coming season. And Charlestown golfer Andrew Djodan is in the hunt at the $3 million European Open. He shot an opening round 4 under par to be just 2 strokes off leader American Bryson DeChambeau. His cause was held by a birdie putt on the final hole. Across the round, Djodan carded 7 birdies. So fingers crossed he stays in the mix.
For sure.
Thanks,
Thank you. Next, Gav with the weather.
Can you hold on to your cash until you get paid, or will you go broke? Payday from Hasbro Gaming. Try to make and hold on to the most cash. But watch out for those bills. Do you have what it takes to cash in on payday? Payday from Hasbro Gaming.
In Australia, take out your CTP clean slip with Amy and you'll get access to the Amy Lucky Cup with a range of exclusive experiences to enjoy. CTP with Amy. Now that's lucky.
Lucky, you're with Amy.
It's time to wake up to sleep. Right now at 40 Winks, get any size mattress for the price of a single. That's a queen, king, or even a super king mattress for the price of a single. Hurry, offer ends Sunday. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
Get up to 50% off at the Gazman Final Winter Clearance. Long sleeve shirts from $49.95. Knitwear and casual trousers from $49.95 and winter jackets from $89.95. The Gazman Final Winter Clearance. On now.
We're looking for a home loan? Kevin, really? Okay, so they're going to need an offset account so they can put a little bit of money away for their holiday. Who can get approval by the end of the week? That's good.
Book a free appointment with Aussie and see how much you could save.
Discover APT with Helen at Cruise Travel Centre at Newcastle's largest cruise sail day. Sunday the 5th of August, now at West's New Lantern. Visit Hello World or Cruise Travel Centre for details.
You will save this weekend in the Harvey Norman massive white goods wipeout. Ovens, microwaves, dishwashers, now's the time to buy and save. Fridges, washing machines, dryers, all with bonus local delivery. If you want to save, this is the one. Harvey Norman's massive white goods wipeout with bonus local delivery. Fridges, washing machines, dryers, ovens, microwaves, dishwashers. We're overstocked with a lot and it's all gonna clear. We're serious. You will save this weekend in the Harvey Norman massive white goods wipeout.
Go!
Over the past 11 months, McDonald Jones have given away 11 homes to 11 families, changing their lives forever. And we've got one more to give away. Visit a McDonald Jones display home today to transform the way you live.
Over time, I've covered many stories about our city, but none more important than the story that's happening right now as we build an even better city for everyone. It's a real challenge, but Newcastle means business. And more than 1,000 businesses in the heart of our town could do with your support right now. So, give your city a go. You never know who you'll bump into. G'day, Gav. G'day, Tash. It's news.
The weather's perfect. The Nick Scali Lounge sale ends Sunday. Up to 50% off selected items, floor stock and discontinued lines. The Nick Scali Lounge sale ends Sunday.
Tonight's weather is proudly brought to you by the Burton family, Maitland and Port Stephens Toyota.
Call in for their best prices on new Toyotas and pre-owned vehicles.
Time now to check in with Gavin Morris for a look at our weekend weather.
Thank you, Tash. Well, we've got a little bit of everything coming out this weekend. Some cloud, a little bit of patchy rain, some wind, warmth, and then some chill. First of all, Wallace Lake, Foster, beautiful spot, and looks like we'll say farewell to these very clear skies for a 24-hour period. Timing couldn't be any better to block a blood moon display. Some falls from this little event coming down throughout South Australia up until 9 o'clock this morning. It's now crossed the border into western New South Wales. So you can see that cluster of cloud is quite large. It will be tracking across the Greater Hunter region overnight and tomorrow morning, blocking that moon. There may be some gaps. We may get a little lucky and see some glimpses of it as it turns blood red during the early hours, just before sunrise, in fact. A little bit of patchy rain from it coming down over the central west. Very light falls, but this is the best rain we've seen in months. In fact, it's no drought breaker. It's a little something, and it's going to be patchy around the Hunter, wanting to hug the mountain areas. Very warm, very windy on Sunday, then the cold air will blast on through late Sunday overnight into Monday. So very changeable. Showers right throughout the southeast for Sydney. Incredibly warm. Northern New South Wales hit 27 degrees today, 26 for Brisbane. The Alice is mild. It's cool in the west with another front passing through for Perth. Today, temperatures around 20 with the top, 2021's at 22 in there for Singleton after another pretty cool start, a little bit milder throughout the coastal suburban areas. At the moment, humidity is still down for the inland parts. We had a sou'easter today, but still dry, only 50% the humidity. Morning westerlies yet again. The northwesterlies are going to hold for most of the weekend, then switch around to the northeast. So another sea breeze is going to try and switch on in tomorrow afternoon. Here's the patchy potential of falls. A little bit around the Wadigans during the day, mostly fine, and then that system coming through towards the late afternoon evening period. You can see virtually nothing really on offer for the Hunter. So even though we've got the shower icons, do not get your hopes up on this one. It'll have virtually no impact on the gardens, the grass, and of course the farmlands. We're still looking at a mild one because of those northwesterlies. Mild conditions overnight with the cloud cover moving in, that milder, warmer air mass moving in over the valley, the Greater Hunter, Central Coast and Port Stephens area. So we should still escape the teens despite that layer of mid to high level cloud that'll be pushing through, trying to lower
more enough to produce a little bit of light drizzle or rain. So a couple of dots on the windscreen at best. Swell still small, almost dead flat around that high tide. 1.39 at 8:45 tomorrow morning. Low tide at about 2:13, setting 6:46. It's a thunder moon. This is called the thunder moon, this one. The full moon, of course, looking bright and big in the sky before the cloud closes in. Look at that, a millimetre at best. We'll see some light drizzle or just a little bit on the windscreen, patchy virga. It'll be evaporating before it hits the ground. Very warm and windy on Sunday, cool and clear on Monday. The valley, you'll be lucky if you get 5 millimetres out of this. That is on the upper end of the scale, so very small numbers also for the Central Coast. Surfers, well, a little bit of swell. You have to dodge that high tide, dead flat around the high tide. Still looking at the rock shelves, reef breaks, or any beach that has a little bit of sandbank. Share with your friends at the moment and mates. You have to make the most of it at the moment. A pulse in the swell on Sunday. Have a great weekend.
The latest news.
From all of us here, have a great weekend.
Good night.
Good night.